I'm going to explain to you what happens when you type facebook.com in your web browser. Before we get started, you have to understand what an IP address is. An IP address is a label which is used to identify a device on the internet, and it is assigned to you by your internet service provider. Think of an IP address as a phone number. When you dial a number, only the person you called receives your call because he is the only person who has the number. Every website on the internet has an IP address which uniquely identifies it. Facebook's IP address is 66.220.149.25. When you type facebook.com in your browser's address bar, it is sent to a domain name system, or DNS for short. Think of a DNS server as a phone book. Most of us have a lot of people's phone numbers. But as we all know, people's names are easier to remember than their phone numbers. So each number is saved alongside a name so that it is easy to remember. Similarly, the domain name system contains the names of websites alongside the corresponding IP addresses. When facebook.com is typed, it is sent to the DNS server in order for its IP address to be found. When the IP address is found, it is sent to a data center. Think of a data center as a library and servers as books, and the title of the books as the IP address. A website such as Facebook is very large and has an entire data center to itself. When Facebook's data center has identified the server corresponding to the IP address you sent, it collects the data which your device has to view and transmits it back to you using your IP address to identify you. I'm sure that you are wondering how this data travels. Facebook's data center is found in the United States, and its data travels in a very unique way to meet you wherever you are. If you are using a cellular data connection, the request will be transmitted from your phone to the nearest cell phone tower in the form of electromagnetic waves. The tower then turns these waves into light, which is sent to a special type of cable known as an optical fiber cable. An optical fiber cable is a special type of cable which is made up of flexible glass. The glass walls are made in such a way that they allow light to pass through them without reflecting out. The light then travels through these cables to the data center. At the data center, the pulses of light are transduced into a digital form which the computers at the data center can understand. When Facebook's web page has been found, it is transduced from digital signals to pulses of light which travel through the optical fiber cables back to the cell tower. The cell tower then transduces the light into electromagnetic waves which are sent wirelessly to your device.